This week in Israel, we read Parshat Behar, which contains laws of Shmita and Yovel, which must be kept in the land of Israel. Shmita is the seventh year in the agricultural cycle, in which we are told that we cannot plow, plant, prune, or harvest from the land, and that anything that the land produces is hefker, meaning it's ownerless, anybody can come and take from it, and that all debts are rescinded on that year. Now, Yovel is after 7 cycles of Shemitah, the 49th year. This is the Jubilee year, which the land must lay fallow, and where debts are rescinded, slaves go free, the land goes back to its owner, and we are meant to be reminded of that everything really belongs to God and that it is He who provides for us. Now, this mitzvah is very weighty, and we're told that exile occurs for not keeping this mitzvah. People have analyzed and say, why is it so important? And the answer is that this is the proof, the display of emunah, faith in God, because God told us that if we leave the land fallow on that 7th year, the year of Shemitah, the year of Yovel, that He will provide for us. It's really, really hard for people when they become so accustomed to working and to providing for themselves to really have internalized that idea that it's, they're going through the motion, but it's really God who provides at the end of the day, and that if God says He'll provide in that 7th year, that He will. So to not work and to not to touch the land and to not to touch whatever God says in order to provide for ourselves is really difficult. It's a really difficult thing, and it really is a great display of emunah, faith. But I think there's another layer to this, and I think that is that man really, in essence, has no possessions. It's just an illusion. We're created on this world with nothing. God put us on this earth, and He gave us on this earth all the resources that we need in order to have a life of meaning, to have a life of value. And we're meant to utilize these resources just in order to do that. But what happens is that man gets so caught up in his trying to provide for themselves, in maintaining, acquiring, and amassing the resources, that they become an end in and of themselves. And our possessions end up possessing us because we're so caught up in what it takes to maintain and to have those things that we lose sight of the fact that they're just supposed to be a means to an end, which is living a life of value. And in this 7th year, in the Shemitah year and in the Yovel year, when we workers go free and landowners can't do their job and everybody is forced to do something else with their time, it's meant to give us an opportunity to really reassess and to say, okay, now what? Now what do I do when I'm not caught up in the rat race, when I can do something else, and to take stock and to do something meaningful. And it's really a gift that God gives us, just like Shabbat, which is a microcosm of the Shemitah and of the Yovel year, that one day a week where we're left to just do something, not being able to work, to connect, and to have meaning and value in our life. It's a great opportunity. It's what God gives us as a gift, so that life just doesn't run away from us, and that we find at the end of it that we've just been in that crazy cycle of maintaining, acquiring, and amassing possessions, but that they become a means to a greater end, and that is living a life of meaning. Shabbat Shalom.